the points, it becomes easy for the writer to answer to each of the points that you have listed out. And so this letter becomes a reader friendly letter also. Now as we move further, we see that in the letters that we have seen so far, the points that have been covered are: state the purpose of the letter, whether you want goods, services or information. Of course, the two sample letters that we have seen just now, they both are about the purchase of goods. But the same way, similar kind of inquiries can be sent for hiring services like painting a house, or gathering information about the total number of staff available, or request for so on and so forth. Now in the second stage, there should be a clear statement for sending the price list and catalog. The third stage of our letter could be inform the source of information, whether you have collected information about the available goods from any advertisement, from the website, from the hoarding, or from the market, or by after visiting an exhibition. What is your source of information? It's always necessary to mention. In the next stage, it's always required that the writer provides information about his or her own background. As we saw in the sample letter, that writers that in those letters the writer had written that we are interested in buying plastic chairs and we deal in plastic chairs. So that statement conveys that the writer, that it conveys the business background of the writer. He says that we are into this line since a long time. Further, we can include in this letter the terms and conditions, that on which particular terms and conditions is the writer the seller ready to provide the goods and services. Now terms and conditions might include discount or mode of payment or delivery time, so on and so forth. At the same time, how much quantity and which quality do you expect, that also can be covered as part of the letter. And finally, in the letter we may include the time limit within which you expect the reply. Now of course this is only an outline. It all depends upon the writer's imagination and his command and his conception of the situation, that he may write his letter in his individual style. The language could vary, but at least these points are generally found in any inquiry letter. Now some of the points which invariably should be covered in the letter of inquiry, they are details of one's requirements, special features of the products and payment related details, special offer on bulk purchase or mode of transmission. These are the points that we generally find in a well written inquiry letter. Now the tone of the letter is of course going to be always very polite, and that is the essence of all business communication. Now how do we make polite requests? Now there are various expressions that we can use for making a polite request, and here a few samples you can see on the screen. You can see that, say for example, the first way of making a polite request is, could you give us the following information? I would appreciate receiving the following information from you. Would you be so kind to inform us? Or we would be glad to receive the details of. Now in all the samples that have been shown, the common point is the use of the auxiliaries could, would, and there are many more auxiliaries that can be helpful to us in forming polite request. Further we can see that further examples are, will you please tell us, or will you kindly inform us? I shall greatly appreciate if you will. We should be glad if you inform us about, may we request the following information. Clear statements, clear, polite statements, they make any inquiry letter effective. We can begin our letter, or somewhere in the middle we can cover any of these polite statements, so that there is proper response of our request for information. As the beginning of a letter is important, same way the closing of the letter is also equally important. Leave taking should be always very pleasant. So here there are a few suggestions which say that I would be most grateful if you could email the details to me. This is one way of ending the letter. Another alternative, if your prices and terms prove satisfactory, we shall cover all our requirements through you. Further, we are in a position to handle large quantities. We trust that you will offer a most competitive quotation. We look forward to placing further orders with you. We hope that we will facilitate us by quoting the best price. These are only the sample suggestions. Once again, I repeat, it all depends upon the command over the language of the writer and his own perception of the situation that he may end the letter. But it is always advisable to end the letter with a pleasant remark, which will definitely initiate the reader to respond to your inquiry letter immediately. Now, in the course of our discussion, we have seen some of the common terms that are used in relation to inquiry letters, quotation letters, and order letters. Of course, my good students are well aware of the meaning of these terms. However, let me remind you, quotation means terms and prices given by the supplier to sell a commodity. Generally, quotations are asked for once we make a formal inquiry about the goods and the services. Quotations are more personalized, meaning considering the individual case, the seller will be informing the special terms and conditions on which he would be ready to sell his goods, his services to the prospective buyer. That is what we mean by quotation. Catalog is a descriptive literature. In other words, it means a kind of leaflet or a booklet describing articles sold by a manufacturer or a wholesaler. Catalogs are always illustrated, sometimes nice photographs are given there. Catalogs may not include price, but in each catalog we invariably find the item number or model number, and a brief description of each model also is available in catalogs. Consignment, of course, means supply of goods to the buyer's place through courier. There are few more terms that we should recall at this point. COD, cash on delivery. CWO, cash with order. Carriage forward, transport charges to be borne by the buyer. Instead of seller, when the buyer agrees to make payment for the transport charges from the seller's place to the buyer's place, such mode of transmission and the mode of payment is known as carriage forward. Same way, carriage paid is, instead of buyer, seller takes the responsibility of bearing the transport charges. That is known as carriage paid. Now, in a letter of quotation, mainly we include a specific offer of sale in response to an inquiry. We can also include an estimate about the total expenditure, and there is generally, it is written that it is always competitive in nature, because when quotations are requested, it is said that we promise good business in future. So we request you to quote the most competitive prices. At the same time, you know, quotations are collected from several suppliers. So whenever a specific inquiry is received from any buyer, the supplier immediately understands the importance of the letter, and he gives a serious consideration to the letter and the terms and conditions on which he is ready to supply the goods or services. Now, let's see a sample quotation. I will be happy to show you. Yes, we have heard a lot about quotations, but I would like to show you a sample of the actual quotation. You can see that. You can see on the screen. This is a sample pro forma of invoice, offer and quotation. As we go for a specific format of a business letter, same way, quotation is also written almost in the similar format. It begins with the heading, the head letter of your company, name of your company, address, telephone, fax and email. All the primary information are cited at the top of the quotation letter, and then from person in charge, direct telephone, fax, email. So as it is shown on the left hand side, it's almost the details of the inside address we repeat, followed by date and there is a general title given, pro forma invoice, offer, quotation number and reference. So the heading is almost like any other business letter. Below it is written to the complete name has been given. What is important about quotation is the details are tabulated. We can see that there are number of heads given here: item number, description, quantity, unit price, total price. So whichever details have been asked for by the buyer, all the complete relevant features are informed by way of tabulated information. And below, further information about goods are also written at times: origin of the goods, payment terms, delivery time, customs tariff number, if it happens to be a deal outside the country, approximate net gross weight, packaging dimensions, package number, document and certificate included in the price. That means quotations are quite detailed, and quotations cover almost all the details relevant to the goods and services that one intends to sell. Now, of course, this is a form that has to be filled up again by the seller. The final part is more important here. We see that this is a sample of invoice. Bill and invoice. Invoice is detailed billing. Now, invoice is also prepared almost in the similar format like a quotation. You can see on the screen that here almost all the details have been repeated: item number, description, quantity, unit price and total price. So the buyer will come to know how much is he going to pay finally for the goods that he has purchased. So these are the details that we generally find in. Now, of course, what we saw just now was a sample of a quotation and an invoice. In the letter, of course, we will be covering the usual details. The letter will be, of course, a forwarding letter, which will cover the details like acknowledge the receipt of price list and catalog. This is a polite request for quotation, details of requirements, and place and time of delivery, goods, etc. And there are special requests, if any, that they are also covered in the quotation letter. Say, for example, payment facilities, whether the supplier is ready to supply the goods on installment, or whether he is ready to extend any credit facility. Are there any special packaging required, or what will be the mode of delivery? And finally, of course, the concluding remark will be an insistence on the most competitive terms and conditions in view of the business prospects. Now, reply letter to the request for quotation. We know that reply should exactly match the letter that you have received. Now, of course, we will have sample letters later on. In the meantime, let me talk about the outline. How do we plan a reply letter? Generally, reply letter at the outset, we acknowledge the receipt of the letter, we thank for the inquiry, and statement of prices and terms. They are stated that at what price the writer is ready to sell the goods, attempt to win the customer, and reply to all the points of inquiry one by one. As we had seen, there are going to be 4 to 5 different aspects that generally any seller is going to cover, like shape and size and mode of delivery and mode of transportation and payment conditions. All these points are covered at the third stage, and expectation to get the order, and there will be a final concluding remark saying that we hope that you find the terms and conditions most favorable, and we hope that our relationship last for a longer time. With such a pleasant remark, one can end the letter. Now, as we turn to order letters, let's turn to the third part, that is order letter. Now, order, of course, is placed after a long series of communication between a buyer and a seller. As we are aware, the interaction between a buyer and seller starts with the inquiry. Maybe a solicited inquiry, maybe an unsolicited inquiry, but after making a primary inquiry about the price range and the availability, if the buyer finds that the product suits his own requirements, the price and the overall features of the goods and products are fairly suitable, then the buyer may ask for quotations.